to get us going. And off we go from Tampa. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down here as the penalty flags come in right away. And we may have a face mask here right at the start. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing is Wilson. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 30.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, there'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They go back to Gordon here on 1st down. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
I like the play call. Roll him out. Give him a chance to run it or throw it. In this situation, he decided to fling it, but couldn't find his man open.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
It's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Get ready.
Yellow, Arcelani! Mike 54, coming! Motion, motion, motion! 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, check, check!
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. A gain of 6 there on first.
It's got to the point when we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 5.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now Brown. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
At their own 33-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around, 1st and 10. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Buccaneers, first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Hey, come on now, come on now. Hey, 57. Right there, 54, right there, right there, 54.
On first down, Mahomes. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
They can't hang with us.
Now Rashad Penny. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Mike 54. They're going to need some therapy after this.
Now Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's going to look, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. DJ Moore, 30 yards, and the Bucs have taken the lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a gain of 11.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
On the counter, here's Gordon. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He's got his man, Boyd. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
They run it here with Gordon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Check 31, check 31.
Here's Gordon. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Good. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. 51, Mike 51.
Here's Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now it's Wilson. He sets to fire deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 42 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
Left pass.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon, and he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. They were able to push him backwards on 1st down, but this time he forces his way in.
I wonder if he went back to the huddle and said, guys, just a little bit more help, and I can get it done on this one. Maybe even overruled the play call from the sideline, just feeling like he had that opportunity, and he wanted to cash it in.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer 1st down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Shoot! Hero 15!
Penny. And an alley to run. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Yo, 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Go. Go.
On the run, it's Penny. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Buccaneers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now it's Penny. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And he finds Howard complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Falcons' 3-yard line.
They come out here in the I. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. So it's 3rd and goal, and now the question, can this Falcon defense stand tall once more?
Everyone got 4 down.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Penny will try to punch it in. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
No gain on the play.
Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, check 50.
This is Gordon. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
All tied up at 10. 2 minutes left in the first half. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Now Wilson on 3rd down. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. DJ Moore is back deep waiting for it. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And that'll skip out of bounds inside the 20 at the 17-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Yellow. 180. Your track.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. To throw is Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Hey, look. Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, me and you all day. All day.
Third and long, it's Wilson. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Check right. Watching it fly.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. That'll bring up second down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25.
Here we go.
Alert 3.
Watch the twist.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On third and long, it's Mahomes. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Hey, watch the screen.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's got Smith here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
And 7 at the 14-yard line.
Now Wilson. Buying time to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And Gordon's going to be stopped short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. Able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go,
and he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Phillip Lindsay, 70 yards. And the Buccaneers have once again taken the lead. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Wilson now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here.
Let's put that team on a hunt.
Gordon. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. This is Gordon as they go to him again.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
And the box with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Switch up, switch up.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Let's go, let's do it.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Pick me up. Here we go.
Mahomes going to throw, and this is incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target, and it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Let's get it.
Now here's Mahomes. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. That's good for 28 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll run with Penny. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. 34 yards there and a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
15.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Rashawn Gary. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Mahomes now to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Jennings was the one he was looking for, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And the kick by Rosas is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Go, go, go.
Throwing is Wilson. Keeps himself upright. But now he's swallowed up and taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54, Mike. Come on.
Run left. Mike 5-4. Up. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. He's alert.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Atlanta.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Watch the whip.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now Gordon, and an alley to run, and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, 0-0-0. There.
Now a handoff. This is Gordon going left. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
The Falcons on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
And here's Wilson, operating from the gun. And this is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They absolutely had to take some chances downfield trailing here in the fourth quarter.
So why not go 4 verticals, send the guys downfield, say make a play?
And that's one of the favored routes of offensive coordinators. You know why? Because receivers can be open at any point running that route.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first, and he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Melvin Gordon, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick.
And this is going to be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. In a tie game fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they gave up the pick six. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this goal? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Now Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Bucs on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Geno Atkins. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. With it is Brown. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Fight, you waiting? Fight 51. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Now a 20th carry, number 20 here for Melvin Gordon. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Switch it, come on, switch it.
From the pistol, they run with Gordon. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Mike, 380. Mike, 5-4. All right, here we go. Let's go, B, let's go. Hey, let's get there.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Finds a seam inside the 40. He gets this one to Boyd. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 34-yard line. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Now Gordon on first down. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check, cross.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Let's go.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. This is Mostert. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 21-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons push further out in front. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Forced out to his left. He'll run it. And running with power here. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Back to throw here. He gets it to Cooks. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Buccaneers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Target. Go, Mike. Hey, 43, 15. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Quick slant, caught by Moore. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Here we go. 2 times. 3 down.
And they take a knee.
Wilson on the keeper. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
lady. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee.
A loss of a yard on the play. And it's third down.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is Week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. But now I'm listening to you. So for the Falcons, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.